Hello and welcome back to another episode of Coast Football Weekly. This week we're checking in with players from across different ages and levels of football on the Central Coast as we reach the halfway point of the 2026 season. Our first guest is from the under sevens. Welcome to the podcast, Owen. So how long have you been playing soccer?
I think for 1 year.
And how have you been enjoying it? You think it's fun?
Yes.
Do you get along with your team?
Yeah.
What about your coach? Do you like your coach?
Yeah, because he has this trophy, and if whoever does the best in soccer, they get it.
How many times have you got the trophy?
I only got it once.
Oh, okay. Does that make you want to play better?
Yes.
And what's your favourite thing about football?
That if you score a goal, you get a point, and if you win the match, you get something from somewhere else, but I don't know because I haven't won a game before.
Oh, you haven't won a game yet?
Yeah.
Do you like scoring goals? How many goals have you scored this year?
I scored, I think 4.
4? Do you have a favourite celebration you like to do?
Yeah.
What is it?
Two.
Oh, okay. You're a big fan of Ronaldo. Yeah. Is he your favourite player?
Yes.
Do you have any other favourites?
I like Neymar.
Just pretend you scored a goal and let out your best Sue.
Sue!
What's your favourite position? Do you have one?
Jack on my team, he tells people where to go.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me to go to the side.
Yep.
And someone else goes to the side.
Yep.
That was Rome. And then Kyle went forward. Then Jack went to the back.
What's something new you've learnt this year?
You can, tackle people. Not slide tackle, just tackle them.
Do you enjoy tackling?
Yeah.
What do you want to get better at before the season finishes?
I want to get better at tackling so the other team can't score goals.
And speaking more on your team, who's the funniest teammate?
I think it's Rome.
Why do you think he's so funny?
Because he talks really funny. He talks like a girl sometimes, and it makes me laugh.
Would you rather make a game-scoring goal or a game-saving tackle?
A game-saving tackle.
Okay, so you might be a defender when you're older if you prefer defending.
And I'm also really good at goals.
Oh, really? So you might be a future in between the sticks as goalkeeper.
Once when we were doing practice, we only do it on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing practice. I was one of the goalkeepers, but we don't have goalkeepers, so I just went to be goalkeeper. You didn't use your hand, and every time that they tried to get a score, I just saved the ball.
Do you like diving and saving?
Yeah.
Is there any favourite funny moments that you can think of that you want to tell on the podcast?
So when I was running on the football field, this person was trying to score,
Mm-hmm.
and when they were trying to score, they almost scored the goal, but at the last bit, I just pushed them to the side, and they got it out, and they didn't get a goal.
Oh, they missed?
Yeah.
Did you push them with your hands? How did you push them?
I pushed them with my shoulder, I went that,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got pushed, and then
You saved the goal?
Yeah.
Were you very happy about that? Yeah, I bet. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Owen. I hope you have a good season. Thank you. Representing the Entrance Batter Bay Football Club, next on the podcast we have Isla. Thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you.
So, Isla, how long have you been playing?
I'm pretty sure this is my 4th year.
And what made you originally want to start playing?
Well, my mum originally really liked soccer and she asked if I wanted to play, so I took a look at it and I just felt a spark, I guess.
And is there something you love most about playing?
I like all of the soccer.
Do you have a favourite position?
I like all of them, but my favourite would probably be midfielder because you get to be a mixture of defender and striker.
You're involved in the game a lot more?
Yeah.
Now, your team, I believe, is 4 years undefeated.
Yeah.
What do you think is the reason your team's so good?
I think it's because we have really good teamwork and connection.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're on a team and you didn't really have good teamwork, you wouldn't really be able to win the game that much because you wouldn't be passing and stuff.
And being undefeated, does this add a little bit of pressure for you each week, or is it more excitement?
It's a bit of both, but it's really fun because the nervousness just makes you more determined to win.
And I believe you've had the same coach throughout, Coach Jimmy.
Yeah.
What has he taught you the most?
He's taught me a lot of stuff. He's taught me how to improve on my kicks. Right now I'm learning how to kick bigger and into the sky, like high up.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working on it, but it's only been going up a little bit, but that's all right.
Mm-hmm. And how do you think Jimmy would describe you as a player?
Maybe sometimes he describes me as like a good listener. Like if he yells on the sideline, like move up, forward, left, right, I mostly do it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we just make quick swaps and I like tend to do it straight away.
And you and your team, you won a gala day last year.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that day?
Well, on the last game, sadly I couldn't do it at all because I had an injury and then someone accidentally kicked it, so I had to go off.
Mm-hmm. Was that during the final game?
Yeah, during the final game. But we still won.
We still won. How did you feel before that final game? Were you excited or were you nervous?
I was a bit of both because I was versing my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but we still did win. We always give a hug with each other if we, like, see each other.
And when you finally won, how did you celebrate?
We gave each other lots of hugs and cheers and claps.
Now, you've also had some pretty cool experiences off the field. You got to be a mascot for the Mariners men and women.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
Well, I'm very grateful for that experience. It was it was so weird just seeing all the cameras for the first time.
And what was it like being inside the stadium, going behind the scenes?
Yeah, I was just surprised. It was just so fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was like being a super spy.
And another cool moment from Gosford is when the Matildas played there, and I heard you met Sam Kerr.
Yeah.
How was it meeting her?
It was so good. She signed my jersey and it was really fun. And me and my friend who went, we got a photo with her as well.
And did you say anything to Sam?
I said, "You're really good at playing soccer."
Is she one of your heroes when it comes to footballers?
Yes, I like Sam Kerr and Caitlin Ford equally. So since I like Caitlin Ford, I also go for Arsenal.
Okay, and you got to watch Arsenal playing Melbourne, is that correct?
Yes.
Was that one of the biggest stadiums you've ever been to?
Yeah, it was gigantic. I actually went with that friend who I went with to see Sam Kerr.
And what was the crowd like?
The crowd was wild.
Did seeing those players at that level teach you anything?
Yeah, it taught me to be very hardworking, and it was just crazy to see how big some players can kick the ball. It goes for miles.
What has been your favourite moment of the season so far?
Probably scoring my first goal of the season.
Did you have a special celebration that you did?
Yeah, after it, when we go to the back and they kick off, I accidentally went to the other team's side and I didn't realise till about 5 minutes.
You were just so excited because you scored. Yeah. Is there anything that you've been trying to improve on this year? You mentioned trying to do bigger kicks.
Yeah, and booting because I'm pretty good at passing because I've always learnt to kick with the side of my foot, but when you have to do a boot, you have to kick it with the front, and it's just so weird doing it that way.
And in your short time playing and being a part of football, you've achieved some pretty cool things that we've just talked about. Do you have any dreams for sort of your next part of your career?
I don't really want to go to another team because I just love my team that I'm on so much. The girls on it are so nice, and so is Jimmy. And I really hope none of us ever separate.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you all the best for the rest of your year.
Thank you.
Welcoming my next guest to the podcast. She plays for King Cummins Women 14As, Helena Moraes. Welcome to the pod.
Welcome.
Now, I think Helena Moraes isn't your full
No.
name. What is your full name if you want to tell the people?
Okay, Helena Elizabeth Sawyer Nobre de Moraes.
Right. And I just met your dad outside. He's from Cape Verde, right?
Yep.
Have you ever been to Cape Verde?
Yeah, I have. Once when I was 4 and once when I was 1, I think.
Okay, so it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
Are you heading back anytime soon?
Next year in July.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
And have you been watching Cape Verde in the World Cup?
They had a pretty rough 2-2 draw this morning. I was very nervous watching that, but yeah, it was good.
And the first game against Spain, what a performance by them.
I'm very surprised that they tied. Everyone was like, oh, Spain's going to score so many against them, but they proved everyone wrong.
100%. And
Yeah.
funny enough, your dad played with the goalkeeper who got man of the match. How cool is that?
Was he? He's amazing.
So how long have you been playing football?
Since I was 9, so I think that's like 5 years maybe.
And what made you want to start playing originally?
Well, my dad's from a soccer playing country, so I guess I just started because of him. But yeah, I've really started enjoying it.
And when did you start taking it more seriously?
I think when I scored my first goal, which was when I was 11, I was playing in a team in Harboard and I scored 2 goals and then I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I just loved it after that.
Do you remember what the goals were like? Were they good goals?
Yeah, so basically before the game, my dad said, just run up the sideline like no one can catch you. You've got speed. So just run up and try and get a goal in. So then the first one, I ran up the sideline and then just booted it in. And the second one actually came off a defender, but still, I did the work.
They still count?
Yeah.
Do you have like a celebration that you go to when you score?
No, but I need one. I want to do a backflip.
A backflip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good to see. And what position do you play?
I'm right back.
Have you always played there?
Nope. I started as a striker. But then I couldn't shoot that accurately, so I started working on that, and then I was a wing, and I would just cross it into the middle striker. But now I'm a right back because I think I've got a big boot, so it's kind of helpful in the back line.
Is right back where you want to play?
Yeah,
Yep.
especially in more of an attacking position because I like when running up and feeding it in.
And we're at the midpoint mark of the season this year.
Yeah.
How would you assess your year personally so far?
Well, we've won all of our games. We haven't been beat yet. I'd say we've got a pretty strong group of girls.
And for you personally, are you happy with your year so far?
Yeah, I feel like I've learned a lot this year and I've been doing heaps more soccer than I usually do, with Central Coast football and everything.
Did you set yourself any goals at the start of the year and are you on track to achieve them?
One of my goals is to just the mind thing again. Just don't get in your head too much before a game because it can really stuff up what you're doing.
And now, you're speaking about your team, you said you're coming first. What makes your team so good?
Well, I reckon we've got speed, which is something that other teams lack when we come into that. Like we have a couple players on my team, they're just like guns, like they can run so fast and some teams don't see it coming. We've also got a couple tricky strikers, like they can get around players easily. So yeah, and strong defence line as well. I feel like we can clear other people's mistakes.
Yeah, so you got the whole package basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had a rough game on the weekend. We tied 1-1.
Was that your first draw of the year?
Yeah. Usually we're up like 5 goals, but I don't know what happened. The other team that we were versing said they were training to tackle our weaknesses because they saw how we played previously. So they were training to play against us and win. So, yeah, I think that's why it was hard.
How do you think the team's going to bounce back from?
I reckon we're going to do some more training and work on – I feel like the defence wasn't as strong on the weekend, so maybe work on that a little more.
Has your team been together for quite a long time?
No, this is my first year playing with this team because originally I was with the 14s, but now my team has moved up to 16s, except I'm still 14, so I decided to stay in the 14s team.
So what was it like playing as a younger girl against older players?
I think it was all right because I have like a little bit, like I always push. I'm not like when it gets shovey,
You embrace the challenge? Yeah.
So I think that's why they moved me up because originally I was going to be in under 12s, but they said maybe I could play with under 14s.
Yep.
So I was like, yeah, okay.
Wait, and you weren't nervous at all to play against older players?
No, I feel like I've got a bit of feistiness.
What do you like about this current group of players?
I feel like we've got a lot of variety. Like not everyone's the same. We've got people that can do different things and I think that makes us really strong.
And in recent years, how's your team finished? I think you finished first last year, is that correct?
Last year?
Yeah.
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 And we lost the last game,
You lost the grand final?
the grand final.
What was the score?
1-0, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It was so bad.
Did that motivate you to come back this year
Yeah,
and do one
100%. I
better?
was very down after that, and I was like, because I feel like we kind of went into the game with a mindset that we're going to win, because we'd won every single game. We hadn't tied, we hadn't lost, so we were all just thinking, oh, it's going to be easy, because we'd versed that team before. But when we got on the field, they were prepared. So yeah, I think that's where we went wrong.
Have you learnt a lot from that loss?
Yeah, I reckon just persistence. Like, even when you think you're losing, you've still got to push through.
And as we can see, you're wearing our association championship jersey. What was it like being selected for the Central Coast?
Well, I think it was unexpected, because I kind of went into the trial like, oh, I'm just going to turn up, have fun and see what happens. It was a shock to me, really.
How is it been training with the new players and new coaches so far?
I think it's a good experience because, yeah, again, you really need to know how to talk with new people that you don't know.
We're under 2 weeks away from heading out to Mudgee for the association championship.
We are.
What are you looking forward to most about that?
I think just the teamwork.
Yep.
I reckon that'll be fun. Get to know everyone more, and yeah.
And you think being selected for that has made you more confident as a player?
Yeah, 100%.
What are you expecting from Mudgee? Are you hoping to really stand out and perform?
Yeah. I'm hoping that I meet some new people and that, it'll be an unfamiliar place. So I think that'll be good.
If you can predict how your season will end, you said last year that you got to the grand final and lost.
Yeah.
How do you think your season will end this year?
I reckon pretty much the same. I feel like Terrigal will be hard to beat and they'll definitely be in the top 4 with us. But I think if we go in with the right mindset, then we'll be okay.
So you think you and Terrigal will be meeting out at Plume Park for the grand final?
Yeah, 100%. They know what they're doing.
What do you think the score will be on that day?
3-0.
Are you scoring?
Yep.
Yep, you are.
Sure.
And you can bust out your new celebration when you do.
Yeah, I'm assisting too. By that time, hopefully I know how to do a backflip.
Awesome. Well, all the best for the season. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait to see you out in Mudgee.
See ya.
Join us on the pod next is our referee amongst our ranks. Introducing to the pod, Jane Downs.
Hello, hello.
So talk us about your refereeing career. When did that first start?
Well, started at cadet refereeing all the way back when I was 11. So this is Wyoming Tigers. I was still playing then and just found it at that time. It was just, a bit of pocket money. And then obviously through the ranks, come through, stopped cadetting at like 15 and then entered through to CCF at 16, 17. And then now I've started through State League at 19 through to 22. And I was 12 years of refereeing. Never stopped.
Did you think back then, after 12 years, you'd still be involved in refereeing?
I don't know. I thought hopefully playing might have gone somewhere.
Yeah.
But, I stopped playing 2 years ago, realised I wasn't good enough. And at the time, I wanted to try and fit all sorts of football stuff in because, at the time, football sort of took over my life, in my late teens, early 20s now. So it's been good. It's been hell of a run. I'm looking forward to hopefully pushing as high as I can. And, when I did stop playing, I realised I'm not good enough to play.
Yeah.
So
let's focus on refereeing.
Yeah, let's focus on refereeing and see where I can go with it.
Do you think being a player helped your transition into referee?
100%. Especially when a lot of the players, a lot of the players that I do ref nowadays, I've played against or played with. And they know me as a person, or if you've known me from Soccer Fives or what have you, you'll know what I am as a person. So I'm very approachable. And a lot of the players know me or have known me for years, so they can just come and talk through the game. And it's a lot easier that way. And then coming through to State League, the game's quicker.
Yep.
Faster tempos, a lot of the tempers flare quite easily, and you can just settle it down a lot quicker. And when the players know that you're a player and you've played as long as they have, it is a bit easier. I do agree.
And as we enter the midpoint of the season, how would you assess your refereeing season so far?
Some would say it's been horrendous if you're certain clubs on the coast. But my refereeing has actually gotten better, I believe. When I get assessed from the start of the year to now, my assessment reports have come back better through the year. I've had a lot of good teams with me through the season, a lot of first-year referees, which if you've been with me through the year, been good to train, been good to coach young linos. I think a couple of good kids that I've had Tukely this year, and I had a good team with me at Arimba on the weekend. It's been really good. I think people know me from everywhere, right? So depending on who you ask, I think I
Yeah.
would say.
You referee for us on Sundays, but for the rest of the time, you are with State League in
That's correct.
Sydney. What are the differences those two bring?
Yeah, well, on the coast, it's obviously a bit more relaxed. It's a bit more developmental on the players.
Mhm.
And it's really good. That's what you want, right? If you're a young kid coming through, you want to be developed, you want to play a lot of minutes. I think the sharing of the minutes for a player is good. And it's a lot easier to ref on the coast. When you come to State League, you have to 100% through the whole 90, you've got to be on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good that we learn through using our comms and stuff a bit more in State League. And obviously it's a bit more technical. And obviously when you're coming through and a lot of the clubs are backed by their communities and all the different nations that all the clubs come from, as soon as you get a big rivalry, like, if you have Sydney United and Marconi, you just know it's going to go off,
Yep.
right?
We've seen the introduction of comms
Yes.
more present even in our grassroots in all ages.
Yes.
What do you think that adds to the game?
In an all-age context, I don't think you really need it. I think in an all-age eights game, for example, you don't need it. Like, that you should be learning. That's where you should be growing as a ref.
Mm-hmm.
Come to like maybe men's all-age twos and above, when you need to watch a bit more behind you. It's probably a bit better. But comms is very important. I worked with comms on the weekend with Brad Dunstan and Josh Stewart at Arimba and Southern. We were fantastic. The game runs a lot easier with comms. We basically commentate the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
It does get annoying because you're trying to watch and you're trying to do your job, but the talking and the communication does help us do our jobs better. And it makes the players understand a lot easier as well, because even if the centre ref doesn't see something, the linesman on AR2, AR1 might see something, and then we can explain.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier.
What do you think been the most enjoyable part of your season in 2026 so far?
Well, it's been good. A couple of the men's all-age games are good banter. I think the banter with the players is always the best part.
Mm-hmm.
If you can have good banter with both teams, it makes your job a lot easier. The Ks, like, obviously, sure, the money does help. It's not about that half the time. We also want to be better referees. And knowing that not only are you becoming a better referee, but a better person and dealing with the pressure of a higher standard of game, I think it's really, really good to understand and grow no matter what level you're doing. So yeah, it's been good to become a better person and a better referee throughout the year.
Do you have a favourite venue you like to referee at?
Yes. Besides Plume,
Yeah.
right? Like, Plume's a stadium. Like, it's brilliant. State League, I think that Sydney United, I think, is the most beautiful stadium to ref at.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jensen Park. I love Jensen Park. It's a Bankstown City Lions and Canterbury Bankstown Berry Stadium. I love reffing there. The atmosphere is tight. It's close. You can hear the fans when there's a goal. It's beautiful. And then local, something that reminds you of the atmosphere of the club that has a big backing behind them. I love Alan Davo. Like, I love my Wyoming through and through. But there's nothing better, in my opinion. I apologise to a couple other clubs out there, but Saturday night, Hilton gets a good crowd there, and it's good football there. I love it there. It's good.
In 2025, I think you put your playing boots aside, kept the refereeing boots on.
Yes.
How have you found that change? Are you itching to get back on the pitch as a player, or refereeing doesn't fully satisfy?
No, I do miss kicking a ball. And obviously I was a goalkeeper, so making the save last minute to keep your team in the lead is good. I miss it. But making the decision and being involved still in football, no matter what I'm doing, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I still love refereeing. Like, we do a lot of running and a lot of fitness and a lot of watching of the game and learning of the game. It's a lot more than playing.
Mm-hmm.
People might not think that, but we do want to watch our games back a couple of times to see if there's a mistake or if we positioned ourselves right or if we made the right run or stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a long year, and we're round 20 in MPL, and I think round 10 maybe or 9 in local. So we started in February. I'm already tired. We've still got 10 rounds to go plus finals. So yeah. It's been a long year, man. I'm loving it.
And as someone who's done both playing and refereeing, what do you think some of the biggest misconceptions are for players when it comes to refereeing?
We, as refs, we want to play as much as you want, right? You boys and girls have paid your money to play the game. Not everything's a foul, right? We also know that, yes, some people might be bigger than other people. Just because one challenge, you lose a physical 50-50 doesn't mean it's a foul. And, I had an issue with a coach on the weekend that tried to tell me how to ref. That's also another issue.
Mm-hmm.
We don't ask you to coach. We don't tell you how to coach. So why are you telling us to do our job? It's the communication between players, coaches, and us is a bit different. But I tell my players at the start of the game, if you've got a question, just come and ask.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scary.
Yeah.
None of us are. Just come with respect and we'll give respect back.
Do you think being a player, you wanted approachable referees as a player? That's why you've sort of taken this approach?
100%. 100%. Especially if the captain's, if you know the captain well, if you had a good conversation at the start of the game, it makes it easier as well. We introduce ourselves. We make sure that we're known to the captains and we try and make it clear from the first whistle that I'm not here to annoy anyone. We're here to do a job as you are.
Facilitate the game.
Facilitate the game. We'll play it how we see it. And we'll try and go from there, and it makes it easier on everyone's part. Good.
Is there many similarities between being a referee and being a player? Did you have a pre-game ritual as a player that you now do as a referee?
Yeah, I still warm up the exact same way as I did when I started playing at under 8s.
Yeah.
The same way. My coach back at Wyoming, Kevin Flanagan, I still warm up the exact same warm up that I've done since under 8s. Run it through, do this open, close the gate, lunges, all the stuff, because it's been drilled into me throughout. Still got, even as a ref, we have pre-game music.
Yeah.
I pre-game while I warm up and check the fields, all that stuff. But also positioning as well as a ref, we also still have to take into account because we've got to read the game as well as the players do and the coaches do. So, it's hard to position yourself in certain aspects, but when you ref so many games, you know the patterns of certain teams and it does make it easier, yeah.
Now, as a player, I'm always right boot, right shin pad before I put my left boot on. Do you have any superstitions?
The post-game or the pre-game pat down is to make sure I've got everything. Obviously, if I'm doing local, it's sock. I use the sleeves.
Yep.
So it's not like I've got the grip socks on, we do sleeve, and then we go from there. And then it's watch, whistle, coin, yellow card, red card, sweatband. ARs, we all good? Let's go. It's just pretty similar, I think. And obviously, if I'm on the line, we sort of practice simulating my sprints for counterattacks in the warm up. So I like to change it up, but maybe if I'm doing center or lines and stuff like that. But pre-game rituals, it's what it comes to, yeah.
And you mentioned you obviously had ties to CCU in the past. Did a lot of it live streaming for them, also a few for us.
Yep.
What was it like viewing the game from that aspect?
It also has helped me as a ref because, yes, we don't see the game very well from the stands, and that's why the referees are sort of there to do their job. They've got the best view in the house.
Right, so you think
100%.
The view's better?
100% it is, right? You see more of the game and you see what's going on. If the referee had those Meta AI glasses and live stream that, it would be fantastic because you'd actually see it from their view and it'd be perfect. But yeah,
we've seen it a lot with the World Cup this year.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it because it's also how we learn as well.
Yeah,
and it's also entertainment for the players and coaches throughout. But we learn as well because we see what they see and it helps us. But yeah, commentary for you guys. I did the 24 grand final.
Yep.
For men's and women's first grade. I did the All-Star game against Central Coast United.
Yep.
And then the North versus South.
North versus South, yep.
For both 24 and 25. Fortunately, didn't do the grand final last year because I cut my ties with CCU. But I enjoyed it every minute. I have half an hour, 40-minute video on my own YouTube channel of me vlogging my day of the North versus South. So I really enjoyed it. I know if Alex ever wants me back to come do another live stream, I'm always free. I'm available. Just let me know. But yeah, I loved it. it's also like I've got ties to the entertainment industry and my
Yep.
qualifications through high school and stuff like that. So it did help me. And obviously now they're still doing it now, which is fantastic on them. They had a big win against Granville on the weekend.
Yeah, they're hitting some form,
They are
CCU
hitting
boys.
some form, and
Yeah.
you know, the big name, like all those mates, they're all still mates of mine now.
Mm.
Unfortunately, now that I've cut ties with them, I ref them.
Yeah.
So
Brings its own
it
challenges.
does bring its own challenges, especially when I do the under-20s. Because obviously I grew up with them sort of all the way through. You know, they were in the 16s and now they're coming through to the 20s, and it's good on them. But yeah, the CCU boys are doing fantastic. It's good to see them.
You were involved with CCU for quite a while.
Yes.
What's your fondest memory when you're looking back, if there's one you can pick
Well,
out?
the first year we were there, or I was there, we sort of got relegated from League 1 to 2. Unfortunately, when Daniel McFarlane got injured round 3 here at Plume,
Freak injury.
freak injury, man. I was on commentary. That was my debut as part of the co-commentary Bloom, and that was just bad. Like the injury, the ankle was just an ugly watch. Obviously, he recovered well enough to come back, and then it occurred again in that same year. And then like a good couple of wins at Dunbar, we won 5-1, but we just finished rock bottom, and we almost made the promotion relegation playoff, but missed out. I think it was to Nepean or Mounties that year because they've yo-yoed every year. We've had some good performances at Plume, but I think one of my favourite games that I've live streamed with Bloom would be Newcastle Jets away at Spears. Yes, we did lose, but it was probably their best performance I've ever seen them.
Yeah, okay.
We went 2-0 up with about 60 to go, and then obviously we did end up losing, but like that was one of my favourite games ever. Australia Cup, Brighton Heat at Maiden's Brush. I think we won 4 or 5-1. Like one of the best games as well. Just like Brazilian fans, like it's a Brazilian club, Brighton Heat. They had like 60 fans here on the coast, 400 people watching on the live stream.
Yeah.
It was hectic.
Yeah.
I loved it.
No, those live streams are always good, and you always got the same sort of characters
Yeah.
commenting on it.
Yeah,
like
it's really good.
your Toops and your Geordie Howes,
Yes,
because he
of
never
course.
plays.
Never plays.
You and Bloom always made a
Yeah.
good combo on
Yeah,
those.
I really enjoyed it.
What do you think is harder, or what did you find more stressful? Was it live commentary or refereeing?
Refereeing's definitely more stressful.
Yeah.
But if the power goes out here at Plume, we are stuffed most of the time. So 10 minutes before a stream, if everything's not ready to go, I'm stressed.
Yep.
But last 10 minutes of a 90 and the scores are tied, you're also very stressed.
Yeah.
Right? So it comes both ways, but refereeing probably outweighs it.
We look forward to the end of the season. Do you have any personal goals that you want to achieve?
Hopefully first grade debut. I made my women's Premier League debut at 19 at Camel. Hopefully men's first grade at some point this year, either state league or local. That would be a big one, or hopefully even a grand final. Still waiting on my first. I've been refereeing for 12 years, still waiting for a grand final. But
No grand final.
No grandy, but I've had a couple of semi-finals, but just hopefully either one of the two come. I've been pushing really hard the last couple of years, and hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. Well, I might have to put in a word to the big man Dunks and get it over the line.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
Awesome. I really appreciate you taking the time and coming on, Jay. And
No worries.
it's been good to hear about your season. And all the best going forward.
Thank you.
Our final guest for this episode, joining us from Gosford City, Kieran Montasa. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Let the people know sort of where your football journey began and how you end up at Gosford today.
So when I was 5 years old, my first club was a Rimba. So I played at Rimba till I was probably 11 years old, 12 years old. And then decided to go to the sports school up in Carry On, the Central Coast Sports College. Back then it was called International Football School. They decided to make a team for Barawa. So we played for Barawa, coached by Adam Kwasnick. So he was our coach there. It was all right year for us. Our toughest opponent was probably Mongo FC. So we did all right. And then decided to, after that year, we did all right. And then decided to play for Kahaiba, Gumsi. Andre Gumprek made a team for us boys at the school. So we decided to play for Kahaiba with Gumsi. Good year for us. We won the grand final. I think that was when we were like 13, 14, around then.
Good coach, Gums.
Yeah, good coach, Gums. Probably one of the best coaches I've been ever coached by, to be honest. But then after that, we decided, and Gumsi decided to make we had an IFS team, if you remember that, when IFS was in the
Yep.
Central Coast comp.
Yep.
We made a team there. I think there was 2 teams in the 14s. One was Gumsy and one was coached with Dan McBreen.
Yeah.
So I was in Gumsy's team. That was a good year for us too, but unfortunately we lost the grand final then. So against Camel at Blue Tongue Stadium. So, but all of us boys had fun, you know. And then started to take my journey into reps. So started to play went for a trial at Charlestown. It was called Charlestown City Blues up in NPL Newcastle. I think 4 of us boys from the IFS team, we went up there and trialled there, and us 4 made it in. So it's good to have that kind of connection, you know. So I was there from when I was 15 or 16 till I was around 17, 18, and then played a bit of reserves when I was 17 and had a bit of stints in first grade for a bit, just coming off the bench, you know, getting the feel for it with, remember Graham Law, used to coach at Charlestown, so under him. And then decided to come play for, back to the coast, play for Carryong.
Yeah.
So why Carryong? My dad used to coach at Carryong, so that's why. And all the boys there came to a training session. They're like, "Oh, I know you." I'm like, "How do you know me?" And he goes, "Your dad used to coach us." I was like, "Oh, really?" They're like, "You're this small when I was when I saw you." I was like, "Yeah, wow." So the likes of Nick Trengrove, Shane Littlehales, all them boys play with them, and then coached under by Mark Owen, and then we did all right. We didn't, not really, to be honest, but the season got canned because of COVID.
Yep.
So that was the year that COVID got canned, and we were in relegation. And somehow CCF decided to can it, and there was no promotion relegation for that year. So we had another stint in NPL the year after. And unfortunately, that was the year that we got relegated. And then did have a good signing too. You know, we had Chris Leno, plays for Budge now, so he was one of the best players for us. And
I
then,
think a lot of people know who he is around the comp now.
yeah, everyone knows who he is now. He's doing really good. And then after that, a couple of boys at Gosford, my mates from the school, been playing for Gosford for a bit. They said, "Do you want to come down and have a run?" So I came down and have a run. And yeah, started with Gavin Drummond. I came in halfway through the year, started to play again because I was obviously working. I was an apprentice, and then I had to work for a bit. Couldn't play for half the season, so decided to join the second half under Gavin Drummond with a few of the boys from the sports school that play at Gosford. So, and then the year after that, players still kept playing for Gosford. Then Shay Taylor came in, you know, and that was the year that his first season we won the grand final against Rimba. So yeah, that was a good year. And I think there's around 7 of us boys from the sports school that played for Gosford. So that's why I went to Gosford, because of, you know, when you leave school, you don't have many mates. You do lose a little bit of mates. So started playing for Gosford, and now I've got 7 of us boys play there now. So, you know, it's really good to play for Gosford.
100%. And that'll go a long way with the culture and things like
that.
that.
So the culture there is amazing. You know, all the boys, you know, even though there's some Carryong boys there too, you know, I've known them when they played at Carryong, and culture's just great at Gosford. You know, I love it. So probably the best local team I've played for.
We touched on that grand final win. Was it the preliminary final that year? Bit of a good moment for you. I mean, I'm sure your teammates have heard the story quite a few times, but in case anyone doesn't know, do you want to let the people know how obviously you've made it to the grand final?
Yeah, so I'll probably get a fine for this because some of the boys told me, you know, you're gonna brag on about this, but it was probably the best time of my career, to be honest. Playing against Wyoming in the semi-final, I was coming off from an injury, 1-0 down. The 67th minute, came on the field. 5 minutes in, we're 1-0 down. I scored an absolute bomb of a goal. I don't know if you've seen it, but outside the box, first time, top left-hand corner. I was going absolutely nuts about that. I've never hit a ball that hard in my life, and that's sweet. Just playing on plume, of course, that probably helped it a bit too, you know, the service there. And then, so we made it 1-1, and then then I scored again, just like received on my left foot, crossed from the box, just first touch, and then had a shot. Got to pass the keeper, and that was 2-1. Then they scored to make it 2-2, and then last minute of the game, ball come across the box for me, first time finish in the box, bottom right-hand corner of my left foot. Won the game for us, took my shirt off, was a bit nervous, thought I was going to get a yellow card or a red card, and I was like, oh no, I'm going to be out for the final, but ref didn't care, so it was a great moment, you know. So
hat trick off the bench, I mean.
23 minutes, you know. Pretty quick, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure there was a video up, and I don't know if it was Gosford that posted it, but for you personally, how many times have you watched that back?
Oh, I've watched it heaps. I think it's got like 1,000 views on Facebook or something like that. I don't know, just it's in my photos, you know. I try and watch it most of the time and all that. show my mates and all that. I show my clients
Yeah.
and all that too. You know,
Good memory to have,
Good memory to
especially
have.
being able to catch it on camera. I mean, you hear stories from people back in the day who are like, yeah, I scored a hat trick, blah, blah, blah. At least you have the evidence to prove it now.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, just that first goal just amazed me, you know. And the funny thing too, the keeper for Wyoming was one of the Charlestown keepers that I played with. So, you know,
Made it a little bit sweeter.
yeah, made it a little bit sweet. Give it to him a little bit after the game, but all for fun, you know, nice. So yeah, which is
Yep.
good.
Moving on from that year, the following year, I think it was, is usually in another grand finals, the playoff final.
Yeah.
Come up short in that. What was the reaction like from the squad after that? Obviously, getting so close, obviously not knowing what would transpire and you would end up getting promoted. But how was the squad after that full time?
To be honest, we were a little bit gutted, you know. Obviously, Shay would have been gutted too, you know, back-to-back grand finals. You know, unfortunately, we didn't win that one. Went down 1-0. You know, but at the end of the day, it's football. You know, we're here to have fun. We're here to play. You know, we do take it serious too. But to be honest, it was all, you know, all fun. We were okay with it. You know, we just decided to step up our game for the next year. So just try and do it again. Rebuild and just go again. You know, that's it. So I think that's what football is about. If you lose a game, you got to think what's going on. Just rebuild what's going on, and we'll try our best to do it again next year.
When did you start to hear that getting promoted might be a possibility? Was it once it was done, or because obviously there was talks about it, did Shay sort of let you know that this could be a possibility, or was it only once it came through that he was like, boys will be playing NPL next year?
Yeah, so there was a few rumours going around at the club and all that stuff. So I actually decided to go back up to NPL. And then when I was at my second training session for the NPL with Charlestown again, saw on Facebook that CCF posted that we've got promoted. And I was like, I haven't played Premier League for a bit, eh?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let's give it a go and play Prems again, you know? So I decided to give up on the NPL and just play Men's Premier League again, you know, because I haven't been in that system for a while. And, you know, just being at the club with the boys too, you know, I didn't really want to leave too, but also I wanted to pursue my football career and get a bit better, you know? But didn't want to leave the boys too, you know, so it was good. So I think I made the right decision, even though like this year it's been very tough for us, you know, at the moment for all three grades, you know, especially first you see the top four, like the first draw came out, we were like top 4 or 5 teams from last year. We were like, it's a big step up now. So
no easing into it.
No easing into it. So obviously with a new squad, like a new squad for 23s, reserves, first grade, all us around, we're just giving it our best, you know. I understand it's tough coming from a Div 1 to Premier League. Everyone's going to think, these boys won the grand final, these boys lost the grand final, we're going to be a tough team and all that. And we thought we were going to go putting our mindset, we were going to go good, you know, but obviously things turned around. We just need to build more, work around what's going on, you know. It's not Shay's fault, it's no one's fault, you know. It's the whole team. We just need to build and connect after each game, each training session. We just need to work on what went wrong, what can we do to do better. And I think we're gradually getting a little bit better by better, you know. So hopefully in the next few weeks we start to come good again.
Yeah,
get our rhythm.
Yeah, coming into the second round of the year, obviously you're facing those top teams once again, come off a few big results. How is morale within the team at the moment? And obviously looking forward to the end of the year, what do you think needs to be done in order to survive?
I think for us, to be honest, we do lack a bit of numbers at training, you know, and I understand people have work commitments and family commitments and all that, but if we can get like a whole squad on just like a 1-day session, you know, and just work on like either like a game or positioning and, you know, working out how teams play, you know, like I think most of the time we concede off is set pieces. I understand that probably giving them a few points now we concede off set pieces, but with our coaching staff, the coaching staff is trying our best, you know, trying their best to try and help us and all that. So I think for us, we just need to work on a bit more and understand fitness plays a big role too, you know. So I say we are a fit team, but I think we do good in the first halves, and then obviously the second halves we decide to shut down just a little bit. So we need to be like we need to play how we did in the first half in the second half. I understand like get cramps, tiredness comes in, all of that stuff. So I think, we just need to
play for the full 90.
Just play for the full 90, you know, just try and not give up, you know, like I think most of us boys we always put 100% in, but there are some teams that are a bit quicker than us, but we just got to be on them like, straight away, but it's football, every game's going to change, like from the weekend you saw, Budgie top of the table, 4-3 against Terrigal. We were so surprised about that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were. It was a big upset.
Very surprised about that, but congrats to Terrigal and unfortunate to Budgie. You boys are doing good. But yeah, we just need to be like one of them teams, just for 3-0 down, at least try and, fight back.
Find a way back into the game.
Just find a way back in quick. Just don't give up, you know.
I had Shay on. He was my first guest on the podcast, actually. Come on and announce Joey Gibbs, which is a great sign. He scored some goals for you. Then he was sort of talking about ambitions to be sort of middle of the pack, maybe pushing for finals. As the season's progressed, what are the team's ambitions? Is it mainly just to survive, which is a lot of teams' ambitions when they first get promoted, right? I went through it last year up in Newcastle of first year in a new comp. You obviously have higher ambitions, but at the end of the day, you just want to be playing NPL football at the end of the year and next year. So looking at it now, do you think that's your main goal as you finish the season?
I think so, yeah. Like, obviously, finals will be nice for us, but at the moment, for us coming in the second half of the season, I think our main ambition will be just try and stay up, We just want to stay up, play a Men's Premier League again. If we stay up, then we can have a regather of, like, what happened this year. Now we've played these teams twice, and these teams will be back in the comp again. We can get, like, a further notice about them, how they play, and try and better ourselves. And
just more experience.
More experience, Obviously, coming from Div 1 football to Premier League, it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, 100%.
So like just everything's quick, and Div 1's a bit quick, but sometimes it's a bit slow too. But Premier League is just in that ball, just in and out.
You can't switch off.
Can't switch off at all. You just got to stay 100% focused, So yeah.
Speaking more on Shay, you mentioned you have a bit of a love-hate relationship with him. Where does that come from, if you don't mind saying?
Yeah, no, I love Shay. I do get a bit on his nerves and all that too. But as you know, everyone knows Shay. Loves to talk, and I love to talk as well. So me and him we did have a love and hate relationship. But at the end of the day, he's only trying to help me get better at football. Some things I'll take personal just because I like football a lot, and sometimes he'll say something which I don't agree on. And then I'll get a bit upset on it. But at the end of the day, the coach is always right. So, and I have so much respect for Shay. He's actually helped me a lot in football, To be honest, coming from playing an MPL and then coming to Coast League, he's still trying to push me to try and go back up to MPL again. I think that's what he wants for most of us players. He wants us players to play in better divisions, and get better as footballers. But honestly, like Shay, I love him. He's a good bloke. Outside of football too, he's a good bloke. But I appreciate all the help he's given me for the past 3 years he's been here, you know. So I respect him a lot. Yeah,
well, those who do know Shay, they know he can get quite emotional on the sideline. He actually did serve a suspension this year, and that first game he was suspended is when you got your first point, I believe. And then the following week he was still suspended. You won your first game.
Yeah.
Did the boys let him know that maybe he's better off being in the grandstand than on the sideline?
Some boys did. I didn't. I didn't want to say anything, so I know what he's like towards me. But some boys did. But at the end of the day, when you make comments to refs and all that stuff, you do get like a bit of a, it's just like you do get a bit of like a card on you. You know, I understand everyone gets emotional in football, and I understand Shay gets a lot emotional because he loves the game.
Yeah.
He's passionate about football a lot. He's English. Every
that's
Englishman's
right. They
passionate.
live and breathe it. Yeah.
Live and breathe it, and Shay lives and breathe it. I think it's a good learning curve for Shay. You know, he's experienced a 5-week ban, and then our assistant coach came in, and he obviously got us a point. Or got us 4 points, which is a good start, But I think Shay and Ryan Finch, they communicate well together. Yeah. So now what Ryan's decided to do, obviously Ryan's trying to help us as well as our assistant coach while playing too. And it's a tough job for him because he's got a lot on his mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Same as Barry, being the reserve coach, he's trying to put his input as well and all that. So I think all us boys are just trying to help each other, even the coaching staff.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking your time coming on. It's good to see Gosford back in Prems, and hopefully you find the results and we can see he's there next year. Round 13 in the WPL sees all 4 games take place on Sunday. Our match of the round goes down at Edzac Oval as the undefeated league leaders host Camel, who look to pick up the pieces after a come-from-behind defeat last weekend. Fresh off their second win of the year, the entrants look to carry that momentum in front of a home crowd again in round 13 when they welcome third place Kincumber to Pat Morley Oval. Umina and Terrigal face off at Umina Oval, with both teams searching for 3 points that will go a long way in their hopes of playing finals in 2026. And our last game sees the Rams hosting the Lionesses. These two teams played in an 11-goal thriller last time out, so expect a high-scoring contest once again. NPL Round 12 is headlined by a blockbuster fixture this Saturday night. Featuring in the match round for the second straight week is Budgewoi, as the league leaders look to bounce back from their first defeat of 2026 when they welcome Berkeley Vale under the bright lights of Budgewoi Oval. 3 points for the Wombats will see them overtake Budgewoi on the ladder, so it's shaping up to be one of the biggest games of the year so far. Also on Saturday night at 6 p.m. is Killarney hosting Camberwell, as the Terriers look to separate themselves from the relegation playoff zone with 3 points over the visitors, who are coming off a gutsy 1-0 win last weekend. Gosford welcome Terrigal to Gatherlock Oval on Sunday, as the O-Lads look to carry the momentum of beating first place into this weekend to further solidify their spot amongst the top 4, while Gosford are seeking desperate points in front of a home crowd. We have the second instalment of the Peninsula Derby going down at Umina Oval this Sunday, as the Eagles look to make it 2 from 2 over their local rivals Southern in 2026, while the Lions hope another slip from Budgewoi will see them go first place on the ladder if they can claim all 3 points. The final game in round 12 sees Arimba coming off their first point of the season, as they hope to use that as a beacon of light in their hopes of playing Premier League football in 2027 when they take on Wyoming. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coast Football Weekly. Please remember to like and subscribe on YouTube and leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. As always, we'll catch you next week for another episode.